Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm, and this is Ramblin' with Rusty. Last time on Ramblin' with Rusty, we finished off the public dungeon of Old Orsinium, along with another quest over dead end. Friendship, Paragon's Remembrance. Rescued some merchants who'd been kidnapped over there and freed them so they could get back to New Orsinium. And this week we are going to continue our travels through Wrothgar. We will pick up at the, let's see, we're going to pick up at Siege Roadway Shrine. We have a couple of points of interest to see there, as well as a couple of sky shards to collect today. But before we get started with that, we have a stop here in New Orsinium to drop off a couple pieces of history at the museum. So, without further ado, let's get it going. We want to go up here. Now the Hammer of Glass, they're not real good about showing you where stuff needs to go here, so you just kind of have to find it. It's not there. Okay. Wow, did I miss it? Goldwind Skull. I need to go grab that. Let's see, we have this one. Here it is. And Hammer of Glass. And that takes care of the two items we had for dropping off here. We'll have, we'll probably pick this one up today. And no, we should have picked one of those up. When we were facing down the winter form. I don't see it there. And we don't have anything else in here, so we'll have to get in and look at that. But we can do that another day. For now, let's head over to Western Wrothgar and continue our journey. Let's see, we were headed this way. I don't see a way to get up there. And this says we're here. So why haven't we discovered it? There we go. Yeah. Let's back up over here where we can get a nice good view of that. Kind of a little bit of work putting that together. Let's see, we need next. We want to head down here and discover that. Wow, do I want to go for the Sky Shard or the... See, I think Shipwreck's Cove is going to be back along the... bit of a backup along the coast, so we'll head this way. Got stuff for that planet. There, chest. Oh well. Well, we got this. He's just in the way. Let's see.
You helped strengthen the pact in Stormhold. Thank you. Don't worry, my partner will be all right. He just twisted his ankle running out of that damned ruin. Bardun's pride will hurt more than his injury come morning. That and our empty gold pouch. Should have known this job sounded too easy. We were sent to find Kurazov, who's supposedly inside the ruin. His mother hired us. Said we had to save her son. There was something about her, like she wasn't totally forthcoming. But the gold she offered was good enough that we didn't press. Sure. A subcontract, as it were. For a share of the gold, of course. Maybe you'll have better luck in there than we did. Or at least you won't have to deal with quite as many skeletons. Just be careful in there. Those ruins can be dangerous, even when you're as experienced as Bardun over there. Asking questions and getting the lay of the land. I like that. Shows you're as professional and as dedicated as we are. And smart, too. The locals call it Thukazod's Sanctum. Some glass-bit tale about an orc who's lived here for centuries. Not a lich or a vampire or anything like that, mind you. Just an actual, immortal, lives forever and ever orc. Have you ever heard such nonsense? We're just Miram and Bardun. Lovers, partners, and the best bounty hunters west of Morrowind. We came to Wrothgar and set up shop, and it wasn't long before we had our first paying customer. If only Bardun hadn't hurt his dad. Nothing special as far as I can tell. Nothing other than the gold his mother is paying us to find him and bring him back home. Come to think of it, that makes him doubly special in my mind. I don't know about you, but I enjoy getting paid.
Well, I do enjoy getting money. Thukazod's Sanctum. Let's see. Oh, now we have our first undead. That's West Place, huh? Okay, well. Well, that's a hint for a future quest. Actually, I'm surprised to find it here. Well, apparently that guy can't get through. So, oh, apparently I was wrong, and he just got caught on something. No. Go back down here. Let's see, as I recall, yeah, there's really nothing in here. Except maybe some loot. I think I can live without the loot. My dear son, I can't tell you how much I wanted to see you again over these long years. I can only imagine that you've grown to be healthy and strong, I presume. Yazaga told you why I had to leave, and you were still just a suckling babe. My sanctum is not fit for a child, nor does my work allow me the luxury of being a father. Yazaga, has also told you by now that I am the one and only Thukazad, the most feared necromancer in Wrothgarian mountains. She was instructed to tell you this. But she only knows half the story. The truth is that I am not the one and only Thukazad. I am only the most recent dwarf to inherit the title. My given name is Kroger, and I was born to a gobbler in Wayrest. It was my great uncle who bequeathed me the title of Thukazad, just as I now bequeath it to you. I grow old, and I know that my time is short. When you become Thukazad, these Ayleid ruins will respond to you, and the creatures here will serve you. Those things alone will give you a life power greater than you could ever imagine, but it is the name that's the greatest treasure. When people hear the name Thukazad, they quiver in terror. No one will ever cause you any trouble again. All that's required to inherit your birthright is to mix your blood with mine. I have soaked this very letter with my blood, so you must simply add a drop of your own, and the transformation will take place. I hope you enjoy your inheritance as much as I have enjoyed mine. Your father. So it turns out Thukazad was not merely immortal. He was just simply one of a long line of orcs pulling off a great heist. That sounds like Dread Pirate Roberts. Well, okay, that's that. Time to go find something else to do. Nothing over there. Might as well go this way. I should probably go find the other parts to that journal. Okay, well that's both parts of the journal. Now it's time to leave. Yeah, I just remembered I need to claim this guy's amulet. Did I do that? It does not appear that I did. So, let's see. Okay, can't leave yet. Need to go find this guy's amulet or whatever it is. Actually, if I remember right, it's this way. Okay. No, that's not where. Oh, let's see. I might have to find this amulet. It's going to make me explore this entire dungeon, it looks like. Cookzod's armband. There's a crow. I don't think it was down there. I guess we'll find out, though. Okay, not here. Must have been something I missed up here. 'Cause I did go through here pretty quick. Yeah, I looked at the journal. That's what I needed. Now, finally, no, I didn't go far enough. It looks like it's the end of the run there, but it's not. Alright, there's one more piece for the museum. And
Glad to see you made it out of there without twisting your ankle or anything. But I don't see our contract target. You weren't dead. I guess that shouldn't be a surprise. But when I talked to his mother, I got the distinct impression that he wasn't in any real danger. It was like she expected him to be safe in there. You're right, but this won't do at all. She's not going to pay us if we tell her that she lost her son. Especially not without some sort of... Let me see that. Interesting. It's inscribed with the names Kurazarth and Thukazard. Now that might be worth something, especially with the legend and all. I'll give you the gold What's to consider? It's just a worthless piece of jewelry, unless you find a buyer. We'll do the legwork and make a profit, while you get paid here and now. Everyone wins. I mean, there's no point in giving it to Kurazarth's mother, right?
Should I give it to her?
It's a fair offer. Without my contacts and connections, you won't get a better price. And giving it to the orc's mother will only gain you tears and kind words. What's the profit in that? So, do we have a deal?
I'm not so much of a mercenary-minded person, though. I don't know. I think I'll run down here and check out this. Point of interest before I decide. Yeah, okay. He's not really rebuilding it though, is he? He's building a new one. Not quite the same. Nothing. Where are we? We're still headed over here. So we had to come to this troll space to discover what? This little spit of land here? Because you can't really see the shipwrecks from here. Okay, let's see. And coordinates from other. Yeah, I'm not a tomb robber. I just can't bring myself to sell that amulet. So I'm gonna take it to Horizon's mother. Like I say, I'm not a tomb robber, and probably 90% of what we do in ESO is rob tombs. Go figure. Okay, so let's get on the road here. Isn't there a third guy around here? Guess not. Doesn't matter. Yeah, get something out of this side trip. Of course there's nothing down here. Oh, dear me. Those two are around here somewhere.
I told Blue Rot that setting up a house near another outsider? At least you look more capable than that braggart, Narcissus Dren. Not anymore. The Dark Elf said he could help us with our Draugr problem and headed up to the Barrow. I probably shouldn't have let him go, but he seemed confident and said he was an expert in everything. The damned Nords won't stay dead. They keep wandering out of the Barrow, and that's just not right. We have no problem dealing with any Draugr that get close to the village, but we won't enter a Nord Barrow. I just hope the Dark Elf is all right. You'll check on Narcissus Dren? Thank you. My clan has an aversion to disturbing the dead, especially the dead of different races. The Barrow's at the top of the hill. The Dark Elf said he'd send word, but we haven't heard anything since he left. We didn't want anything to do with the drama surrounding Orsinium, so Glurot gathered us up and moved us out here. We just want to be left alone to hunt and herd in peace. Glurot is our chief, and he's a perfectly fine leader. As his hunt wife, I help him as best as I can. He's brave and strong, but sometimes he just lets his mind wander. That's why he likes it way out here, says he can finally hear himself think. He showed up a few days ago, all proud and preening. For a puny dark elf, he sure made a lot of noise. From what he told us, he's some kind of famous treasure hunter, but I never heard of him before he introduced himself. Treasure hunter, dungeon delver, and heroic adventurer. At least that's what it said on the book he showed me. I thought something was off, but now that he's disappeared, I'm pretty sure he's more air than substance. He walked into the village shortly after the first Draugr was spotted and asked if we were having a problem with the Barrow. He offered to take care of it for us, and we readily accepted. Now that I think about it, it all seems pretty convenient. I don't really know that much about the place. We have a strict rule about not disturbing the resting places of the dead. It's an old Nord Barrow at the top of the hill. That's where the Dark Elf went, and we haven't seen him since. I'm the hunt wife. I can see blood ticks on a horker at 50 paces, so it was simple enough to track the Draugr back to their lair. We can handle a walking corpse or two, but something must have disturbed the Barrow to make them so agitated.
Well, let's see, I want to come over here and talk to what's-his-name's mother.
My stupid son. I can't believe he went off to follow in his father's footsteps. Idiot. My son? What do you know about my son? You know Miriam and that nice Barden? What a lovely couple. But you must tell me, dead. No, that isn't possible. Nothing in the sanctum should have been able to harm. Well, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret. Khorazov is dead, and the same must be true of Thukhazad. The necromancer, only as immortal as the next descendant to step forward and claim the title. I knew that man would bring nothing but trouble to our family. Please, I thank you. No, I don't want that foul thing. I want to remember Khorazov as my son, not as Thukhazad's legacy. I should never have let him read his father's letter. You keep the amulet, as a thank you for letting me know what happened to my son.
Okay, well, I guess we're not going to give her the amulet. We want to go up the hill now. Find Narcissus Dren. Well, I guess we can dispatch that Draugr while we're on the way. Hmm. Exiles borrow. Oh, look.
Oh, that was unexpected. Never had a lid get stuck like that while I was, investigating. Ah, it's a good thing you happened by. And in an old barrow, no less. But tell me, are you a simple admirer or a true devotee? How wonderful for you. For you have found him. So tell me, do you want me to sign one of my books? Why wouldn't I be all right? I am the great Narcissus Dren, after all. Still, I'm always willing to show a novice adventurer the ropes. Forward, my friend, and together we will deal with the Draugr of this barrow. A plan? Narcissus Dren always has a plan. Haven't you read my books? Of course. It's a work in progress. I'm sure it involves locating the main burial chamber and finding a switch or lever, in my experience.
Yeah, this guy's full of hot air. Okay.
Aim for the knee! Aim for the knee!
They don't have knees, you idiot.
What a spacious chamber! It's most likely the primary tomb's antechamber. Look at those pillars! This barrow is definitely from an earlier period than the ones I've explored in Skyrim. Ooh, that large door must lead to the main burial chamber. I am, after all, quite familiar with this sort of thing. I wonder what happens if I press it. Well, that's strange. Usually when I press something, something happens. Ah, this panel is broken. That must be the key. Yes, I'm sure it is. Ooh, a number of these carvings are broken. Yes, yes. I see what we must do.
Okay, let's talk to the fool.
I think, yes, I'm sure it is. This must be the primary tomb's antechamber. Look at that artwork. Definitely from the Nordneil Strife period. If this place follows the usual construction, the main burial chamber is right behind that door. It's what we in the adventuring trade call a puzzle lock. When we solve the puzzle, the door unlocks. Oh, but look, 3 of the stone panels are broken. We need to find the missing chunks before we can solve the puzzle and open.
Okay. Look at the notes. Let's see. When these Nords showed up, I thought for sure they were here to start trouble, but they decided to hire me and other members of my clan to work on their cave complex. Well, as long as the gold keeps flowing, this orc has no problem working for the priest and his followers, even if I do find them all to be kinda creepy. I've never carved such intricate bas-reliefs before. It's been quite a challenge, telling a story across a number of sculptured panels. But the priest was quite adamant about what he wanted me to depict, so I did my best. He was even open to a few suggestions I made to improve the storytelling. Nearly done with this job. I'll be glad to be done with this place. The work was interesting, the pay was good, but once I found out we were actually building a burial chamber, I started having second thoughts about my involvement. My clan was never comfortable with the dead, and the priest, he makes me nervous. He has a strange look about him, but I'm pretty proud of what I was actually able to accomplish with the stone. If all goes well, and I'll be finished with my portion of this project tomorrow, then I can head home. At the last moment, the priest demanded I craft 4 smaller versions of the large bas-reliefs I just completed. After some negotiation, I was able to convince him to let me use one interesting aspect of each relief panel. He has his followers building some sort of clever locking mechanism, dwarven nonsense, if you ask me, with weights and buttons and all. He wants the smaller panels for this new device they're installing. Some of the other orc workers mentioned they heard stories of tombs like this getting built in Skyrim. Said the workers were eliminated when the job was complete in order to protect the secrets of the tomb. Sounds like a bad Hearthwife story to me. Okay, so this guy, was obviously killed after he got done with his work.
You really need to work on your flourish when you deliver the opening whack.
Nurse's Dren in the Lost Notebook. Well, turns out Narcissus Dren did indeed awaken the undead.
you have this well in hand, so I'll stand back and give you room to work. Take whatever you want, but don't ask me to carry anything.
Okay, well, nothing up here.
I find that a good stab in the heart usually does the trick. Look, ancient artwork, just like in the antechamber. Oh, how exciting!
Okay. Dragon priest sacrifice.
Oh, isn't it remarkable? I love finding this kind of stuff. This kind of sculpture is called a relief. Look how the images seem to rise out of the very stone. I think it's meant to tell some sort of story. Now, this is purely conjecture on my part, but if I interpret the image correctly, it depicts the Narcissus Dren of his day. Look at how his admirers worship him. Either that or it's a dragon. In days of old, the dragons ruled the world through their powerful servants, the dragon priests. Now that I think about it, this could depict the time of the Dragon War. Let's...
Looks to me more like he's celebrating a ritual to create draugrs.
Deal with any ruffians, if you would. I see more artwork to examine.
Bit of a journey. Warriors following the priest.
I must determine how to safely... This appears to show the dragon priest, and their followers going on some sort of trip. Perhaps it was a quest, or a pleasurable excursion into the countryside. I'm not sure. Good suggestion, but it's difficult to know for certain. To convey complex ideas such as an exodus with a single image is harder than you think. Let's look around. We might find one of the missing...
So we got a journey, which means that other panel probably showed the arrival. am on the wrong. Okay. Here.
I'll protect your rear quarters. Never fear. That doesn't appear to be very interesting. Show those monsters what for! Don't mind me. I'll just go and examine that panel.
But at a temple?
Well, isn't this intriguing? Look at the attention to detail, the complex composition. I can tell that a dedicated art, isn't it obvious? The dragon and the dragon priest destroyed a mountain. But from this angle, it looks more like they're building or restoring something. The imagery of the... Let's not leap to conclusions. Interpreting ancient carvings requires training and experience. A squiggle here or a line placed there can change the...
Yeah. Okay.
I recommend not letting them hit you so often. Another node coming. I must get closer and examine it.
Now this is a dragon burial mound from Skyrim. Let's see. It's dragon piece over his throne.
I'm going to be the envy of Nord scholars everywhere. These carved images. Something praying. Some grand ceremony. Oh, how little you know me. The dragon died, the priest killed himself, and his followers sealed themselves in this barrow, making the whole place disappear into the mist.
Yeah, this guy had no clue. I do believe that's the completion of the tomb, though.
Put a bit more swagger in your swing!
I do need to go find the pieces in here, though. I obviously didn't grab them when I should have.
Keep this up, and you'll definitely get a mention in my next book. Perhaps if we had some mead. They are Nords, after all.
No, they're not Nords. They're Needs. There's a difference. Nords are a bit peaceful compared to Needs. So I only missed one of the pieces.
Most of the Nords I know are much more agreeable than these fellows. Back to the tomb door. That puzzle lock is as good as solved.
Okay, so we have building the temple. Actually, those all look like elements off the same panel.
Well done. You're turning out to be one of the best assistants I've ever had. Now, press the panels in the proper sequence.
Restoration, Exodus, Ascension, Triumph. So, I think it goes Exodus.
Puzzle locks can be tricky. Go ahead and give it another try.
So maybe it's Triumph. Exodus. Ascension is going to be last. Restoration. Ascension.
You did it! This way! Oh, you really do have a knack for it. Could be anything. This is why we travel, why we face the dangers. We want to see the sights that those possessed of a more timid nature. Narcissus Dren has explored many a barrow. For example, there's usually a treasure vault next to the dragon priest's tomb. There might even be a guardian, but I'm sure the dragon will. Yes, of course we are.
Yeah, he's looking for treasure. He's not looking for a way to put the Draugr to rest that he's woken.
Look at this place! Amazing! Simply amazing!
Okay. Well, apparently there's another one somewhere. Yeah. The Dragon Priest. Where'd he go? Arthosis.
Good work with the dragon priest. Now, let me just, Oh, keys! I knew it! The treasure vault awaits!
And the bones of the dragon.
That's it. I can hear the locks turning. Come on.
Which way did this idiot go? He went this way.
I knew there was a vault in this barrow. Look at all these treasures. I'm beside myself with elation. It must be around here somewhere. Come to Narcissus Dren, you ancient beauty. This will increase my reputation 1,000-fold. Well, this has been a most exciting adventure. You did quite well, my able assistant. Oh, that was exhilarating. But it's a dragon priest mask. A fraud? What a hurtful thing to say. And it was... another dragon priest? I'll just hide in here while you deal with him. Dusty. Oh, the gold chain. Wait! What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll just leave him in
That's
there.
it! You're definitely not getting a mention in my next book. Hello? Are you still there? A little help, please?
Okay, well. Well, he deserved it.
This land rises fierce and sharp, swept cold by a fierce wind.
Let's see. Sky Shard is up there. Yeah, there's no way to get up there from down here. Or at least from here, I should say. Let's see if our shack has responded. Nope.
I'm better at research than actual field work. I heard they're establishing a museum in Orsinium. Perhaps I'll go work there. I know they'll appreciate my skills more than Dren ever did. Ancient texts and relic, mostly. I'm apprenticed to the famous treasure hunter Narcissus Dren, but he treats me more like a glorified scribe than a partner. So, while he's inside exploring the barrow, I'm out here. As a matter of fact, I've had it up to here with Dren. I've decided to strike out on my own. With items such as these, I can do some real research. Tell Narcissus I quit. So long, Borfrey!
I hope Master Dren gets back soon. He hates it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, look, another Wrothgar. Okay, let's see. To get that sky shard, I need to go up here. Somewhere. Ah, there's that's right. If I remember right, there's a bunch of harpies up here.
Welcome back. Let me guess. From that look on your face, Narcissus Dren wasn't completely honest with us when I hired him. I knew his arrival in the village right after the Draugr appeared was a bit too convenient. I've seen his type in my travels. Arrogant, sneaky, but mostly harmless. Probably had you do all the hard work, too. Did he now? I wonder how that might have happened. Well, I'm sure the great Narcissus Dren can extract himself from that situation in due time. He can keep whatever he found as payment for services rendered. He's welcome to it. A problem he created. We could deal with a few Draugr. We try to avoid constantly fighting with our neighbors. Here, since I'm sure you did all the work, take the gold I was going to pay.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, we got a way shrine over here. Wrothgar Trailblazer. Morkel Plain Way Shrine. Let's see. Treasure in need of a home. Meet Bernice. Let's see. Achievements. Complete 15 quests in Wrothgar. Ooh. Okay. Well, let's see. What do we got left in Wrothgar? Quite a bit, actually. Let's see. Relic Hunter, Dungeon Slayer, Orsinium, Defender Orsinium, Master Delver, Grand Adventurer, Kingmaker. So, looks like there's 6 more quests to do in here. Complete 7 Delve daily jobs for Gurzog, and Morkel. 40 unique quests in Wrothgar. Complete the main quest line. Well, okay. Leap from the cliff west of Frostbreak Ridge and survive. Let's see, defeat 4 of the world bosses. Defeat all 4 of the weekend lift bosses. Oh, wait a minute. So there's 2 different... Oh, defeat 3 of them and defeat 4 of them. Dungeon Slayer. Gotta defeat both dungeons. Okay. Hunter, defeat both public dungeons. Get Defender of Orsinium. Where was that one? Defender of Orsinium. Is that under General? No. There it is. Defeat 4 world bosses for Defender of Orsinium. Master Delver. Grand Adventurer. Master Delver, I have 2 more. Master Explorer. I need Seeker and Delver. Grand Adventurer. 40 unique quests. Okay, well, I guess I need to go find some more quests. Let's see, let's go turn this item in at the museum, get our gear repaired. Empty out all our bags. Oh, and finish off this quest.
Isn't this place grand? And they were happy to have a researcher of my caliber join their staff. Feel free to look around. We have some lovely displays coming together downstairs. Oh, they are wonderfully splendid. Such exquisite relics. I'm still consulting with a few experts about the etchings, but the items are definitely related to a dragon priest and his followers. You've done me a great favor, friend. I plan to continue to study these relics and ascertain why the Nords built a tomb in Wrothgar. I'll conduct proper scholarly research, not that popular claptrap that Narcissus Dren had me write. And never fear, you will receive the credit.
Good. Let's see. Actually, I don't think I picked up anything in there. Let me look. That's a lot of stuff. Wow. Nope, I have nothing to drop off here. I do, however, need to go in here. That's a lot of electron rings. There it is. I actually need to tear these apart, so... Yeah, I don't need to hold on to those.
Old Huring's been spreading tales of how you defeated Malala. Very impressive.
Go up here and... There it is. And I didn't see him, so... Briar heart set. I do want to keep those two. Since I am actually trying to build that set. Actually, I only want to keep, no, I don't want this two. Because I'm going to want different traits on them. And let's see. Briarheart. Unlock. Knew it was in here somewhere. Oops. For anything, yeah, that. Cookabot's bracer. Not that. Okay, I need to go drop that off to. Actually, I need to look at here first. Make sure I. Yep. Okay.
So I prefer...
It's taking longer than I planned. Do I need to explain the concept?
Okay.
This city makes me proud.
Pause it and switch over here. See. Oh, hey, look at that. Well, I think I'm going to pull these out because I'm going to sell them.
My sister.
those two. I believe so, odds. Yep. Alright, we want to go back down here. I'm sure we've missed a couple of quests going along through here, but I know there's another one down around here. You just gotta find it roaming around out here in the wilderness.
Bring me a hollowed out skull.
Oh, that's right, they're part of a world boss thing. I forgot about that. Here he is.
Sorry, grandfather. My grandfather's cairn. He wanted it out in the field, open to the sky. He loved this land. It's a custom to place the arms and armor on a fallen warrior's cairn. Grandfather fell nearby, managed to retrieve his body, but saw an ogre with his helm. In Morkel descent, not too far. Saw it on the big one with the most dung smeared on him. Might be the chief. Grandfather used to stamp his name on his armor. Should say Korgrak inside.
Okay, well. Yeah, that's over there. And we need to stop here in Morkeltown and speak to the chief anyway. I get stuck in here? Well, welcome to the Morkel's Stronghold, ladies and gentlemen, of Clan Morkel. And down here at the docks, we have the buyers and sellers, purveyors of overpriced items. There's nothing there I want to worry about right now.
Hey, deep pockets. Spare a coin?
For now, we'll come up here, talk to the chief of the clan, see what I can do for him.
I know you. You're one of those outsiders that Kurog brought to our land. I heard you've done some amazing feats, but I'd rather you didn't linger in my stronghold. Sorry, but I have problems of my own right now. As long as my forge wife is miserable, I can't deal with anything else. I wonder, does King Kurog have a solution for volatile family disputes? I'd definitely listen to him speak on that topic. If you're brave enough, talk to Lasgal and do whatever she asks. If you can finally get her to stop yelling at me, I'll go and listen to whatever Kurog wants to say.
Happy wife, happy life. Let's see, no, wrong button. This one. Let's see. Burger Cairn. Interesting that it, there we go. Didn't give me an actual quest for this one.
Fool girl! She'll get herself killed! Children. Never have them! The king insisted on a Morkel daughter for his forge wife. But then he decided to pass over my eldest. Now Ashika wants to prove him a fool for marrying her little sister. Malekith alone knows why Ashika ran off. Wounded pride sent her to Morkel descent, no doubt. Idiot! The girl will end up as Ogre Dun or a spider hatchery. Running off to Morkel descent is why Ashika's still unwed. Finding glory in old relics instead of at the king's side? He'd have chosen her if she wasn't so headstrong. Ugh.
Okay, well.
Go on, ask. Old clan legend says it's full of relics. Every few years, a new crop of idiots runs off there to get killed. You want to know what's in there? Ogres and spiders the size of ogres. I can tell you how long it takes steel to melt. You want old stories? Go ask a poet. Ashika thinks she's steel in a world full of iron. For all the king blusters, she'd challenge him at every turn. Her little sister is content to just run a forge. Easy choice. Also, I punched his mother. Now, it was years ago. Alga said the breastplate I made her son was adequate. Question my skill with a word from a Daggerfall parlor. Pah! Didn't help that Ashika's first dagger had Alga's tooth forged into the hilt. Worth it, though.
All right. Well, why is that still aid the Markle clan? Okay. Well, our next stop will be right here, but I think we're going to call that an episode for the week. When we come back next week, we'll head over to Markle Descent, retrieve the helm, retrieve the girl, win the heart of the clan, and then move on to the next batch of adventures, which it looks like we've got quite a bit right in here. So, until then, I'm Ramblin' Rusty Helm. Have a good night. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses.